So today I would like to start today's class by asking you a very important question. And that question is very simple. That based on the current job that you do or your hustle, how long is it going to take you to be able to figure out a way for you to make 600,000 naira a month? So tell me, based on the current job that you are doing, your business that you are running, how long is it going to take you for you to be able to generate 600,000 naira? Now here's what I'm asking. Currently in Nigeria, the national minimum wage is 70,000 naira, and for you to be able to do around 600,000 naira a month, it simply means you have to save 8 to 9 months of your salary without touching any money at all. So if somebody comes online and say, hey, it's very possible for you to earn 600k every single month by helping businesses to set up and manage profitable Google ads, that raises a kind of eyebrow, especially if you have not done something closer before, or you have not done something like that before. Okay, so if you return the same question and ask me how long is that going to take me, I would say probably it's going to take me 1 month. Okay, now that is because business owner pay me between 150k, 250k, 350k, 500k, depending on the kind of job I do for them as a Google Ads specialist and YouTube Ads specialist. And that is why I can categorically tell you that, hey, it's very possible for you to be able to make 600k to 500k, 600k every month by simply helping businesses to set up and manage profitable Google and YouTube ads. Alright, but here is what you need to understand. Even if I brag, or even if I just tell you that, hey, I have done that, I am just a very little, or what you want to consider a small fish in a big pond. Okay, that is because I have a couple of friends who do more than just what I did by simply managing, knowing how to set up and manage profitable Google ads either for themselves or for businesses. So as we proceed in this training, you're going to discover exactly 2 pathways that you can be able to use to earn money on the internet or on Google and YouTube if you know how to use this skill, right? And if you look at this screen here, if you look at my screen here, you see 2 screenshots here. This screenshot is basically from 2 different people. This one here is from one of our community members last year who came in to learn Google Ads from me. Okay, after burning over $200 in dropshipping without result, so he came back. So after I put him through exactly what he need to do, what he need to change, what he need to improve on, so he came back later within a month to report that he spent $352, okay, and he generated total conversion of $246 for a product selling for 25,000 naira. That is roughly around 6.1 million naira that this guy generated. So if you look at my far left here, you see is another guy here. So this guy spent 3.7 million naira on YouTube ad last year for a digital product, and they roughly around 19 million naira. Okay, so today is not about me and my friends, it is about you. It is about how you can earn 600k a month by helping businesses to set up simple Google and YouTube ads. So I'm not here to tell you, basically to bug you with a lot of story. Today is all about you. And that's being said, I would like to welcome you to the 600k a month shortcut masterclass. So in this masterclass here, or what I consider exclusive executive masterclass, you're going to discover exactly how to earn 500k, 600k a month by helping businesses to set up profitable Google and YouTube ads by simply using a 3-step process, simple, that I'll be explaining to you later as we proceed in this training. And here is what you need to understand, or what make this training today very exciting, is that you don't need huge capital for you to start, unlike physical business or maybe other skill that tell you to bring a lot of money for you to be able to learn how to run the stuff. So you don't need huge capital and you don't need any special experience. So as you will discover in this training, I did not start with any experience, okay, and you can work basically from anywhere in the world. Okay, recently, if I open one of my Google Ad account here, you see we have one guy to turn $700 to 3K in 30 days, alright, by basically generating lead for his digital product. It is that simple. It is not magic. It is by selling real value product. Okay, and here is a bold promise to you that if you stick with me and basically promise that you are going to implement every single thing that you learn in this training or in this today class, after 30 days or 90 days, so as you follow my shortcut method, after 30 days, 90 days, you have not received any positive result, you are free to ask for a refund. Basically, I'm going to reward you $50 for wasting your time, or the Naira equivalent is going to be 72,000 Naira for wasting your time, or possibly maybe you can report me to the police station for wasting your time. That is, I know this kind of sound very extreme. That is because I believe in what I do, what I said, because I've tried over and over and over again, and it worked every single time. But before we go deeper or you get more into this training, the big question is, who is this guy? Okay, who is this guy? You are probably wondering, who is this guy and why should I even listen to him? Okay, so my name is James Noah. Okay, not like a random internet name, but my actual name. Okay, so I'm a Google Ads specialist. So in the last 300 days, I basically have helped businesses to generate over 100 million Naira in total revenue generated, okay, across info product, across physical product, that is e-commerce, okay, name it. So I'm also currently the founding partner at Innovation Limited. You are asking exactly what is Innovation. Innovation is a performance-based marketing agency, okay, built for businesses and professionals who want result and not noise, because if you go on the internet, we have a lot of noise. So we are basically focused on driving results for our business, for our clients or our partners. Okay, that is what we do. But here is the catch, what you need to understand. So recently registered this agency. I know you might be curious a bit. If you are like myself, you want to type to find out. So I'm in the process of trying to make sure that we establish everything. So chances that you might not be able to find this name. Okay, so however, if you go to the CAC database, you are going to find that. But here, before we go again, I would like to share you a few things that you need to do, how I got into Google Ads. That it is not something that I stumbled by luck, okay? It is something that it happened, it was a process of time, alright? So far back in 2020, I used to work for this company here around Lekki site, okay, Ajah precisely, where I earn around 30,000 Naira a month. But while I was working for this company here, I was doing some errand. I was also trying to work for myself. Okay, so during one of the day, the business I was running around, okay, on the background, okay, did 1 million Naira. So you're wondering how was that possible? So by basically helping to link two businesses together, okay, they were able to strike a deal of 1.1 million Naira, as you see it here. Okay, and I walk away with a profit of 500,000 Naira to being the middle guy. Okay, so that was, for that time, it was quite a lot of money for me. And because of that, I was curious, hey, what do I need to do with this money? Okay, don't worry, we're heading somewhere. So I decided to venture into e-commerce, okay, because I feel, some people then will say go into mini importation, go into drop shipping. So I decided to venture into that. Alright, but this business did not last long, even though I make I make small money from it before everything lost, before I lose everything again, and I have to start all over again. Okay. So I basically get to what you call ground zero. Okay, so this is me here. So I decide to basically focus on construction site. Okay, on construction site to carry block for around 25 Naira. Some days I walk away with 2,500 Naira. And one day I have to ask myself a very, very important question. So is it exactly what you will be doing? Okay, maybe you are here in this class tonight or today or this morning, irrespective of the time you are joining or you're seeing this training, you are asking yourself, what exactly are you doing now? Is it what you want to be doing? Okay, so It reminds me of something that I learned from somebody I admire so much, Tony Robbins. He said it is in the moment of decision that your destiny is shaped. Okay, so I basically have to ask myself, is it what you want to be doing? Okay, but then I realized that I have a skill. So while running e-commerce, then I used to run ads for myself. So what I decided to do, what I did was that as I pick up my phone, begin to name businesses I know would be interested in Google Ads or Facebook Ads, since I do both. So I begin to reach out to them. And within 1 week of doing that, I was able to close, I did around 90 to 100,000 naira. Okay, so that is basically the first step towards what you'll be discovering in this class here. So it was basically my turning point, what you want to consider a turning point, because since the last 4 years or 5 years to 4 years, I've not been able to ask anybody, say, if you can employ me. By singular learning, picking and sticking with that decision, every single thing changed. And that is exactly how I discovered the simple Google Ads process that I'll be sharing with you today. So it is the same one I consider that helped me to go from broke, overlook to overbook. Overbook in the sense that these days I have a lot of business who reach out for me every single day. Hey, Noah, do you still do Google Ads? Hey, Noah, can you help me to manage Google Ads? Hey, can you help me to set up a Google Ads? How can you help me to handle our YouTube ad? So a lot of businesses reach out to me. Okay, and now I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can do the same, where your starting point can be basically begin. So if every single thing I've said so far, if everything I've shared with you so far makes sense to you, then ideally you are my ideal guest in this special class. So, and that's it, we're going to get into how Google Ads work. Okay, we're going to get into exactly what Google Ads is all about, how it works, and how you can basically turn the skill into a 500k per month digital business, working anywhere in the world. But first, for us to begin, we need to address 3 key questions. The number 1 question is, what is Google Ads? So the first question that we have here is, what is Google Ads? And the second question that we have here is, how does it work? How does Google Ads work? Then the number 3 things, which is the last but not the least, is going to be, how do you make money with Google Ads? So if you know Google Ads and you know how it works, and you're not making money from it, it doesn't make any sense. So that is why the last question is very, very important. And I'm going to walk you through this question here and address them one by one. And at the end, you see exactly how you can do that. So the number 1 question that we have here is, what is Google Ads? And I'm not going to focus mainly on what you see on my screen here. I'm going to focus by doing a quick demo, how Google Ads works. And to quickly do that, I'm going to type what we call keyword here. So we'll do phone for sales. So let's do something like phone for sale. All right. So now if we do a phone for sale, quickly, we are going to see this thing here. So this one, this once you see here, these pictures or this creative that you see that pops up here is what Google calls shopping ad, or is what we call shopping ad. So now these ads here are run by companies. Okay, so if you look down here, where over here you see jumia.com.ng, and then if you look at this one here, you see the popular annoying Temu. So this one here is run by Temu. If you go here, you see Temu again. If you go here, you see Temu. Here Jumia. Here is Temu. So simply meaning that there's somebody somewhere running Google Ads. So Google is a platform by Alphabet. Okay, it is a platform by Alphabet. Now, who is Alphabet? Alphabet is the parent name or company of Google. But as I gave here, I say Google is a platform by Google that allows businesses to display their product or service directly in front of people who are actively searching for them. How does it work? So by typing phone for sale, for example, you see that we're able to see what is just displayed there. Okay, so by doing that, you see what is displayed there. Okay, now I want you to, let's say somebody is somewhere is in Abuja, or someone is in Lagos, somebody is somewhere in Port Harcourt typing phone for sale. They are looking for what to buy. Okay, so they are going to see that. I want you to also look at Google as a very giant mall, okay, like ShopRite. So if you go on ShopRite now, you see a variety of different things. You see different shop, different store. dealing with different things. So I want you to see a Google like a kind of an online big open market space where people comes in. If they have a problem, they come to Google here to type that, looking for solution. Okay, so if you can figure that out, a lot of businesses, a lot of service provider need this service. They need it because people who come on Google are not random people, are people who are aware of what their problem, and they are actively looking for solution. And that is what makes Google a very, very, very powerful advertising platform. And that is why a lot of business people love it. Okay. However, it is not a lot of businesses that like to do it. But because for most of them, they think it's complicated. In the real sense, it's not complicated, especially if you follow my shortcut method. Okay. It means what it simply means in summary is that Google Ads, it means paid visibility, so instant traffic and buyers with intention. Buyer with intention in the sense that the people who go on Google to look for something, they are aware of what they are looking for. Let's say just like you now, just like me now. When we go on Google to type for something, it is not just random. It is because we are aware of, we are curious about it. So that is what makes Google a very, very, very powerful advertising platform. Okay, I hope the number one is clear enough. I believe absolutely I've done justice to that. Now that's it. Let's proceed to the number two. So the number two is, how does Google Ads work? Now I want you to think of Google as a kind of a traffic, as a pipe tap or like a tap. Okay, if you turn it on, traffic is going to flow to your site, your funnel. Okay, you select keyword, think people that are searching for. So for you to be able to successfully run a profitable Google Ad campaign, you should be able to first come up with keyword. That makes it a very powerful thing. Number two is ad copy. Number three is for you to set a budget. So how does this work? I'm going to explain to you very, very, very simple. Okay, using a simple thing. Okay, now let me see if we can get one account here. Okay, so now if you see one of the account and manage for someone here, you see that this account here have spent it has spent 37,000 naira. Okay, how does this work here? How do we get here? I create a simple campaign, a simple YouTube campaign targeting specific audience. Okay, targeting specific audience. Don't be confused. Google and YouTube ad work hand in hand. This one you see here is a YouTube ad that is currently running. Okay, now let me use this example to explain to you so that you can be able to get it well. Okay, so by creating a simple Google ad, what you need to do first is to figure out what people are typing for. Now, how do you figure out what people are typing for? You do that by simply using what Google call keyword planner. Google have a keyword planner. So keyword planner is going to give you an idea of what people are typing for, so that you can now use those data to target people who are searching for something on Google. Okay, so once you have been able to do that, the next thing you want to do is to insert a budget. So a budget is what allows your money, your ad to run. But then what exactly is ad budget here? Is the specific amount of money that you are willing to set aside for you to be able to run your ad every single day. Okay, so once you do that, then you are going to write a copy. A copy here is a simple description of what people are looking for, what the product is all about. Okay, permit me. So it is simply what the product is all about, while the budget is how much you are willing to spend. So once your ad is approved by Google, it will start showing like what you just saw there. Okay, depending on the one that you are running. So like if you are running it on YouTube, it will start showing on YouTube. So every single time someone clicks on your ad, you pay a little fee. That is why it is called PPC, pay per click. All right. But if the traffic convert, you are going to win big time. That is because it is more or less what we consider a filter traffic. It is not all random for random kind of people. It is for people searching for things that they want to solve a specific problem. I hope we have been able to answer the number 3. So now that we have been able to answer the number 3, so let's jump to the number 2. Okay, we have answered number 1, number 2. Now let's jump to number 3, which is the most important part. Okay, which is the purpose of today's training. So the number 3 is, how do you make money from Google Ads? How exactly do you make money from Google Ads? Google Ads is not Google AdSense, okay, where you get paid from YouTube AdSense or AdShare. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So there are two parts, realistic part for you to be able to make money on Google or on YouTube Ads, irrespective of which one you decide to focus more. There are people who do more YouTube Ads, there are people who do more Google Ads. Don't worry, they are the same. So you can decide the one you want to focus on. So there are basically two parts for you to be able to make money on Google and YouTube Ads. So number one is that you can run it for business. That is the service-based approach, which is what I currently do. However, at the moment I do both, and I will explain. So businesses hate learning Google Ads because they feel it's very, very complicated. Like I told you, that is where you come in. Okay, you help them to get leads or sales. They pay you between 150 to 400, depending who you are working with and the kind of businesses that you are working for. Is that possible? Absolutely, it's 100% possible. That is because I have done this in the past few years, and I know this work. And over time, I've been able to find out exactly the kind of businesses who need these services, the kind of businesses who can pay you that much. Okay, that is why at the end of this training, I do like to invite you to join our shortcut method. That is, if you really want to shortcut your process very, very far. Alright, so the number two option is that you can run it for yourself. Say for example, you are a car dealer, you are a phone dealer. Let's say, for like I showed you, you sell computer, you sell accessories, you sell gold, you sell fashion, irrespective of what you're selling. You can decide to learn Google Ads and run it for yourself and make more money from it. So you can use Google Ads to promote your own product or digital offer. If you have digital offer, if you have one. But 99% of the people is that they don't. That is why the easier part is to start as a service provider, because most people don't have a business, because I have to start from this end. Even though we currently run an agency, so I still do both, and I run for business and then I run out for agency. Okay, so the very most realistic part for you is to start with the service base, because you want to learn and then you grow. Okay, so that is why what I will recommend is for you to start with the shortcut approach, which is basically start with this one, raise money, go into your own business and make more money from it. Okay, so the thing is, now that you have understand how Google Ads work, you do really be wondering or say, Noah, this make a lot of sense, but how do I start applying it and earn money from it? Okay, so how exactly can you apply this key here and start making money from it? So the answer is straightforward. There are two approaches for you to start applying this skill here almost immediately, beginning now, this very, very moment. Number one is what I call the solo approach. So the solo approach is that since I've already give you a kind of a preamble, an overview of what these things are, how you can do it, is to go on YouTube. Okay, so if you go on YouTube now, for example, you see a lot of videos that talked about Google and YouTube Ads and how to learn it. Okay, so you are going to do it by yourself, but here is the downside to this approach. You are going to learn it. It could take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe if you are serious, before you start seeing results, because you might get you go ahead and learn, then to try, you will not even know who to pitch, who to reach out to. However, there's another one we call the shortcut approach, which I do recommend that you take today. So the shortcut approach is basically that you plug into my shortcut method. What I've been able to do, I have simplified Google and YouTube Ads in the simplest way possible. So the shortcut approach will not require you to do any guesswork, because you know exactly only Google Ads. You learn quickly and you go after these businesses and start pitching your service to them. So you start earning money from it. It is that simple. So it's not like the YouTube Ads, the self approach, that you have to go ahead try to figure things by yourself. So now that you know the truth, so the next question is going to be, will you use it, or you are still going to go back to guesswork? Okay, are you going to use this truth now, or you go back to guesswork? Alright, so if you take the latter, then I do like to introduce you to the Google Ads Shortcut Masterclass. So it is your complete step-by-step shortcut to attract leads. Okay, it's going to show you how to attract leads. Remember, we said that you can make money by helping businesses to generate lead. Then it can help you to sell more offers. It can help you to help your client to sell more offers. Then help them to close high-ticket deal, either for yourself using Google and YouTube Ads. Even if you have not done it before, or you have done it and failed before, or you have not run Google Ads before, that is why it is called the Shortcut Masterclass. It is a complete step-by-step beginner to pro friendly masterclass that show you exactly the A to Z of how to run Google and YouTube ads and how to make money from it, how to get businesses that pay you 150, 200, 300, 400 and above by helping businesses to set up and manage profitable Google ads. So, who is exactly the Google Ads Shortcut Masterclass for? It is for two types of people. So, if you are a business person or a business owner or a freelancer is basically a service provider. So, you can use the Google Shortcut Masterclass in two ways. One, to promote your own business. Two, to help other businesses to get sales and make money from it. So whether you sell a product or you sell a service, the Google Ads Shortcut Masterclass is designed with you in mind. Now, what makes it different? That is because I personally, first, I'm a service provider and I'm a business owner. So I figure every single thing out that these two persons will need, okay, if they were in my position to be able to get results with Google Ads. It is what I believe if somebody have handed over to me 4 years, 5 years ago, I would have done more. So what exactly are you going to be learning inside the Google Ads Shortcut Masterclass? So inside the Shortcut Masterclass, you will get my complete Google Ads shortcut system, okay? So that comprises, that have to do with every single thing that you need to learn Google Ads. I'm not trying to guess you take this one and join this one. I break down every single thing that you need to succeed in Google Ads. So this one here is valued at 150k. We are also getting access to YouTube Ads shortcut system. So when you join the Google Ads Shortcut Masterclass, you have access to the YouTube Ads shortcut system that show you exactly every single thing that you need to set up YouTube Ads that drive result. Okay, this one here is valued at 100,000 naira. Let's say if I'm selling this individually. So you are going to have access to our targeting and scaling framework. Don't bother about how do I scale, how do I optimize. Okay, we have already done the hard part for you. Okay, we have done over 100 million for our clients, for businesses that we manage to go out for. So it's going to be a kind of for you to plug in and play. You are going to have access to our done for you script. So if you have a niche script, what you need to do. So we have done or take all the guesswork from you. That is why it is called the Google Ads Shortcut Masterclass. You are going to have access to our support group. Okay, you have access to the support group. Okay, for 20 every single time. So if you have a question, it is not one of those places you go that they sell something to you and leave you stranded. Okay, but if you combine every single thing here, this is over 675,000 naira or more. However, you are not paying all of that, not even anything close, not anything close. So for a limited time only, if you want to take the shortcut, you want to learn exactly how Google Ads work, how to make money from it, how to use it for your business, or how to use it to generate results for your clients, you can gain the Google Ads Shortcut Masterclass here for only 24,997 naira one-time payment. So this is all you need to stake, all you need to bet on yourself to start learning exactly the exact skill that businesses are waiting to pay you. Okay, and here is the cool part. If you take this Shortcut Masterclass now, if you add immediately after you see this now, you'll be qualified for my one-on-one offer. Okay, my one-on-one at the moment it costs 100k, 250k and above, depending what you want to achieve. So you have access to that. But here is the catch. This offer here is limited to just 25 people because we are still going to increase the price. So if you have now, you pay only 24,997 naira. But wait, because you have stayed to this very end, I have an exclusive bonus for you alone. Okay, the bonus number one here is what I call the 10-minute Google Ads Ads Success Shortcut. So you are going to learn the exact thing you need to do in 10 minutes. So I break down every single thing that you need to do. Okay, it is a quick execution guide that will show you the shortcut to mastering Google and YouTube Ads fast. Because we are going to cut the noise and focus on what you need. The number 2 bonus you are going to have here is what we call the $1 Google Ads cheat code. Okay, so we are going to learn discover exactly the hidden Google and YouTube Ads method that will help you run profitable campaign for as little as $1, especially if you are trying to get lead or generate your own lead and close them. Number 3 is what I call the exclusive access to the shortcut private community. Okay, so you are going to have access to this community